Good evening, this is the BBC, and tonight we're broadcasting a mistake. I'm Lars Kastrup, beneath me is Julian Strasser, and we are actually not the BBC. Instead, we are the ACCSS Silver Split stuff from Laguna, goddamn Seca. What's up, Julian?
Hello, I'm happy to be here on this beautiful track, Laguna Seca, which I really like.
It's not. No one likes it. No one likes it, man. And I wonder why, as we're looking to the big old box to. There we go. That way. Where we see a certain corner called the Corkscrew, where today 40 drivers will be driving it at the same time. No way that can go wrong. Huh?
Absolutely no way. Around that, well, let's say it's a unique corner.
Certainly. Certainly.
A very dangerous braking zone into it, which leads someone who is more cautious to get overtaken by someone who tries to go faster, and that is most certainly always going to be a problem.
Yes, because the corner does not allow you to actually fuck it up. And there's a lot to be said about Laguna Seca, but we only talk about the Corkscrew. So instead of talking about the Corkscrew, let's talk about some championship standings. If I can actually put them up here. Here we wrong button. There we go. It is unsurprisingly Ollie Henley in the lead after winning 4 out of 6 races. Would have been 5, but his computer, I think his internet crashed while he was leading last week, which is sad, but not surprising because it has happened before. Brendan McVie and Paul Greatrix also have a win. Pretty good. What do you think, Julian? I need opinions.
I think that Ollie Henley is looking very, very secure on this position here in P1. Brent McVie and Paul Gretrix are surely going to look to hunt him down, but it's going to be very difficult, and they have to defend rather themselves from the behind, from Dan Terry, Brian Dahl, and so forth,
Yeah,
because it's not so many points that separate them.
we are looking at 11 points between McVie and Paul Krampf, which is pretty darn well considering we had 6 races. But they have also been the same people who keep actually finishing up there behind Henley. Let's see. We have some other people I want to talk about. Chatterjee has not come online, which is actually not that different, that big of a deal because he's starting from the pits, as far as I know.
And quick correction: he's got a grid penalty, which means he would start from the back.
Well, it still sucks because we're gonna be 40 people today. Let's see. Actually pretty important to mention Judgy because he had a horrifying last week at Spa. At Spa, yes. Oh, it's at Nürburgring. So did McVie, but at least he still got points out of it. Judgy got nada. Less than nada, actually. He got penalties instead. And I would also like to say we're not taking our pants off for Paul today. As good an idea as it actually might be. You look skeptical, Julian. Go on.
I am skeptical of that suggestion.
So we are taking our pants off then, huh? Oh, I want to know now. Julian, you brought it up. You were skeptical. I want to know.
I would like to go back to the penalties.
Yes, so we'll talk about penalties.
We've got Leonard de Moink, our resident Belgian, who is going to start from the box, as well as Luis Fernandes, our resident Portuguese, starting from the box today.
And that would be very interesting, but I can't actually see them show up at the race for some reason.
Luis Finanza I saw in the
Yeah,
server.
Financia is there, and no Demorink. Yeah, maybe he's watching the Daytona 24. Isn't that now? Like right now? I think it's right
Yeah,
now.
that might actually be.
Still, we got our usual suspects online, so that's fine. Let's look at a certain tier 4 then, where it is vegan power on top, in front of some Lexus power, in front of some Brazilian power. Or we could also just say Poini, Harvey, and Sekensi, and those three are basically dominating the championship, as you can see.
Yeah, it's a really tight battle there at the top between those top three fighting for the championship in tier 4. I don't think the rest are going to be able to catch up that difference.
As much as we like them, that's a large proposition, and it's probably not going to work that well.
Yeah, especially sad it is for Nathan Burnswood because he's always been the top of the standings in the qualifying times for the tier 4s. However, he's never been able to really utilize that power in the races, except for once where he won.
Just once, yeah. Burnswood is currently leading our practice, so I mean, maybe he can make some amends today, but still a tough order. And the same for Turbo, Tandy, and Kobe. I mean, fast guys, but they need to actually, I don't know, they need to find a new gear today.
You could also look at it differently. We've got 3 guys there at the top who might just well be the ones who advance to tier 3, and therefore we've got a more even playing field in tier 4 next season.
In theory, yes. Oh, and now that I actually see the name, there was a new guy you wanted to talk about. Now you can actually see him on the display. Let me see if we can change this. David Cox.
David Cox, yeah, I've got some facts about him.
Go for it.
He's from Cambridge in England, and he's been sim racing for 4 months only, and his expectation is just to survive, and he's not bothered about making good positions,
Okay,
but rather looking to improve consistency and racecraft.
but what's up with the Norwegian flag?
Well, he's from Cambridge in England, but he's living in Norway, and he's been living there for the last 12 years. So basically, he's a reverse Viking.
I can see that. I can see that. But that does give me a personal Danish headache because we have 3 Scandinavians on the 3 bottom positions in tier 4. Really, guys? That's how you want to play it? You want to disappoint me? Oh well. Oh well. Let's just
Well,
get,
our
get,
resident
get quickly on
Austrian,
track.
resident Austrians in tier 4 are not doing too well either.
No, but I mean they're Austrians. Like, name one good driver from Austria. Just one.
Niki Lauda.
Doesn't count. He died. He's dead.
Too soon. Too soon.
Maybe. He also produced Matthias Lauda, who sucks.
What about Ferdinand Svonomir von Habsburg? There you go.
He's
Formula 3.
Yeah,
Formula 3 driver.
I was just doing some math here because like, no, that's not the guy he's mentioning. That definitely ain't the guy. Also, Shane Martin. We're gonna look at Shane Martin today because 0 points. Not feeling it. Anyway, I am gonna go put on the gamer cam, so to say, because we're cool 90 seconds away from from a qualifying session. Do you want a video feed, Julian, or are you happy as you are?
I am absolutely happy currently.
Good, because I'm just looking at Paul Gracie crashing.
Yeah, that is a dangerous inside curb that he's already showing
Yes.
off. One of the very few dangerous curbs on this track. There's exactly 2 that I can count.
Yeah, well, Still dangerous. Let's find a good angle to look at the track on.
Let's actually, how about we go for the pit exit? Because that is something special
Yes,
around here.
that's actually true. That's a very annoying pit exit too. Dear viewers, as you can see here, you actually go past T1 and T2 to enter the track. And when you're actually, I'm gonna zoom in on this. The sorry, on the white line you are seeing now, that's where the pit limiter ends, as far as I know. So you're accelerating all the way, and then you have to stand on the brakes to make this really annoying turn. Have you ever been caught out by that, Julian?
Definitely in the beginning when I first drove around Laguna Seca, but it's actually pretty quick to get into it because it's a nice uniform turn out of the pits. The only problem is when you try to merge into the track, it's kind of difficult at times to find an
Quiet.
open spot.
Quiet. Let's just put a pit cam here. There we go. So, dear viewers, do you have anything you want to say today? I know you're not that many because of a certain racing thing, but still, we'd love your input. You know.
In the meantime, let's take a look at the timings that they have done.
Yes. You know what?
Oh, no, we're starting with the qualifying already. There we go.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's not my fault, but no, you can't even use that for anything. We are number 75. We're gonna find number 75. And then you could talk about some times, I guess.
That is Nathan Burnswood, of course.
Of course, if I can actually find him on my display, we can actually show him. Hello, Sex. So yeah, I mean, if fastest in the practice. If actually I can bring that up on display here. No, I can't. Still the wrong display. Fastest in practice, at least, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Nathan
good.
Burnswood was fastest in practice. That is correct. He showed again that he's a very good driver on a single lap. And we're going to see the magic right here today.
Hopefully.
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 Would be some pretty unfortunate luck to get him to crash exactly when we're watching it.
But it's not unusual. Also, I remember to actually turn on the game audio.
That's great.
Yes, I know. Now I just need to balance it.
Let's go on board with Nathan Burnswood because we're coming around the last corner.
Actually already are.
That is great.
Yes. Talk us through a lap, sir.
So we're coming across the start-finish line here, and we have a first little kink, and I go across a little hill section into turn 1, braking it around 100 meters, into turn 1, then turn 2. And then we accelerate out, watch on the left side for pit exits, brake it around 50 meters for this right-hander here. Go around here, around the straight.
Into a very tricky corner.
Coming up to a left-hander, braking around 100 meters there. Now we go up the hill, where we come to a very dangerous corner. This left hand with the little dimp. Go up the hill more to come to a braking point just before the top of the hill. Go down the corkscrew and into the left-hander afterwards. It's constant acceleration usually through there. Go through the second to last corner and into the last left-hander right here and down into first as we're coming onto the start-finish line again. It's a very short track, a very quick track.
Yeah.
rapid succession of corners, and we get a 124.9, which is a banker lap, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I think all laps are good laps on this track, to be honest, because it's a difficult track. Lots of places to get some good old off-roading. Now, I wanted to mention something that I didn't get the chance to mention it while on the lap, but the break-in for the corkscrew. I don't know if you have a trick for it, but I have a racing instructor once told me, look for the tree on the left. You'll know what I mean.
Yeah, there's a tree with a face which you need to aim for when you're going down the corkscrew.
Yeah, and actually we're going to look at that and see that. Not in this angle, obviously. Number 64. I need to find number 64. That is the wrong car. What am I doing? uh, Not Brunatix either. Yeah, we'll stick with Brunatix for a second, right? He hasn't had the most brilliant of seasons either, so let's just have a moment to talk about him, you know?
Yeah, he does have one of the most brilliant liveries in here, though.
Oh, yeah. The Golf livery, which we will show it in a second. Alright, tree on the left. Yeah, I don't know what tree it is. I've forgotten. I've forgotten.
Well, one of these trees, if you look closely, has an orange face mounted on it.
Yeah, okay. See, I've noticed.
So,
say I've noticed.
where Eric Koch is currently leading the charge with the
Yes.
124.4. And he's 6 tenths up on his time currently.
Yeah, we are already on him, and he is very aggressive.
Losing a bit of time there. He's went a bit wide. Coming around the last corner. Ah, that's wide. That is invalidated, sadly.
Oh well.
It would have been a great lap.
It would have been a great lap if he had killed himself. 10 seconds behind him is Burnswood, who is actually on a good lap. It should be valid too, even.
And puts him straight into P1, 124.2. Well, what are the track temps currently? We have 42 degrees track temperature. Holy moly, tires are burning tonight.
That certainly is a Californian summer.
That is a Californian summer. And there's been a 5-second penalty in the qualifying.
Impressive. Go on.
For car 136,
that is
quickly check.
136, that's one of the guys.
That's Michael Lucky.
Oh.
Michael Lucky impeded car 888, which is Thorsten Jatke, on a hot lap, meaning he gets a 5-second penalty for the race. And 1 BWP point.
I would actually find the guy, but let's go on with our new Sunday commentator, Mihai Hoinerescu.
Mihai, our stand-in commentator colleague. Oh, going very aggressive there.
Why is not how you take it, sir?
That was a bit late on the entry, a bit late on the brakes there.
Now, I'm not an expert on cars, but isn't that car, like, a bit too low, perhaps?
Do you mean the McLaren is too low for the corkscrew in general? I mean,
yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, it's a very aerodynamic car, and it's playing around with the downforce. You see that when you take one look at the McLaren.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's got enough ground clearance to work around everything.
I hope so.
So it is a downforce wonder, which might not be the best around here, considering we've got the not the longest of straights where you can duck underneath someone.
And we see the chat are discussing brake pads. Well, bad news. We don't have 5 brake pads. Although if anyone is dumb enough to race on pad 4, I encourage them. Because that'll make some fun racing.
After 2 laps, they will be gone. And
Yeah.
that is a crash into the back of Mihai Hoinarescu.
Oh, sorry, I was looking away there, actually.
Thomas Manning just crashed into the back of Mihai Hoinarescu on
Yeah.
top of the corkscrew.
Yeah, no room for cars there.
And especially not in qualifying. That will definitely going to be looked at by our steward team.
Brake ducts. That makes more sense. We're talking about brake ducts.
Yeah, the brake ducts should be open very, very wide in order to not overheat those poor brakes tonight.
Alright, let's go on. Jack Harvey, because he's a guy we haven't mentioned yet. Currently P2 in qualifying. We haven't talked much about lap times. That's just because most people have just been banking right now.
Well, whereas I do have to say, Jack Harvey currently looks like he's on a hot lap for already qualifying quite high. Because I expected them to get into the high 23s around this track temperature. And currently Nathan Burnswood is leading the
but not with
charge.
that one.
Oh,
That should be invalid.
Unfortunate. That is invalidated, unfortunately.
So we go on with the Swedish guy, Jesper Eriksson, because I don't think he's invalid.
He is not invalid, but he's 2/10 up on his time. 3/10 now. This might become a high 24. No, low 25, 25-1.
You know what? That'll work.
Position.
He's punching above his weight, so to say. Our newcomer, David Cox, who is pitted, is P3. So much for just surviving. He is beyond surviving, he is thriving. And actually, let's just look at this whole pit exit thing. Now that we actually are on a guy who's leaving the pits. Yeah, he accelerates. Very narrow. Plays in a very big car and brake. And then go onto gravel, because that's what you do in this track. That's gonna be fun during the race, isn't it?
It's definitely going to be a challenge, because all of these drivers will have a mandatory pit stop. Ooh, as Bruce Hughes is sideways there.
He's missing. Oh, there's another one. That's an interesting place to crash. That's straight.
And there's been a 5-second penalty given for Maurizio Radelli for impeding a lap of Serenity Moral.
That would explain why she was in the pits earlier.
What is going on with these people tonight in the qualifying?
I don't know,
being way too impatient.
But Jack Harvey just set a pole position. 1:23.8.
That is a great lap, and that's going to put him in a very good position for the race of the AM Split tonight.
Yep. We're on here with Scott Walker. Because AMG boys deserve some love.
The AMG, in theory, not the best car on this track, because it's very good in the straights. And Laguna Seca, of course, being very...
He has one straight. That's basically it.
Well, it has one straight with a kink in the middle, so basically it doesn't have any straights.
Oh, but he does take the corkscrew, okay.
That was beautiful, and he's 8/10 up on his time right now. This is looking to be the lap for Scott Walker.
Yeah, he just needs to not screw up that very slow corner.
And he does it way better than last time. 1 second ahead. Let's see if he can bring it into the finish.
Oh,
Up
that's
into
beautiful,
P3.
Scott. That's beautiful.
24.393. That is a great time.
A great lap for a man who hasn't had the best season so far, but you know what? Every dog has its day, and maybe it's a Scott day, you know?
Maybe today the Walker will become the running winner.
That was terrible, but okay. I forgive you. I forgive you.
As Scott Walker is 4/10 up on his time again.
He's Scott running. As I'm on the wrong guy, sorry. There we go. We are back on Scott Fast.
He's trying to run away with this pole position now. Well, that he might actually gain.
Whoa, there's a Lexus ahead of him. Very
But
intelligent. You Duchess?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you, sir, you, sir. I insist.
All right. The Lexus, fortunately, didn't impede on the lap of Scott Walker as he's coming around the last corner here with 7/10 ahead on time.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
A good exit out of the corner in comparison. This is looking like a pole
This is the
time.
pole. This is a pole time. This is pole. Oh, 1:23.6.
This is a great time by Scott Walker here.
And we're going immediately to Burnswood to see if he has some kind of response to it.
It looks like he's up on his time currently, on his ex aequo time.
This is one last shot at it.
I like the move, by the way.
Sorry?
I like the Scott Walker move, by the way. Got his lap, immediately dashed out to the right, into the pits.
Yeah.
I'm done here.
I'm going home, mate.
Business as usual.
Business as usual.
Beautiful.
So it's Burnswood and then Harvey after him, and that should probably be the end for qualifying.
And Bunatix managed to sneak into P3 currently.
Ah, let's see if he'll keep it. Because he is 3,000s ahead.
But that was very aggressive into the last corner, and that ruined the lap, basically.
Up next is Jack Harvey, but he is half a second down, so that is not gonna help him.
The only one who's got a chance of improving is Turbo Tondi. Tondirai in Pambawashe.
Yes. As Jack Harvey goes very much off-road.
A bit wide on the exit there for Tondirai.
It's fine. I mean, it is legal.
Yeah, but he lost. He almost invalidated, lost quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
And breaks off the lap.
Oh, Pointy has a small shot now. Teensy bitsy move. And that's P11. So Scott, I just shot a rubber banded myself, sorry. Scott Walker takes the AM pole position in front of Jack Harvey and somehow Stefan Bunatix.
Well, apparently some Austrians got it tonight.
Just one. Just one. Let's go find some pro guys. We need to go at number 6. Andrew Hearn. He a pro guy? He is a pro guy. Actually, we're just gonna go on board with him because we can.
Okay, let me say quickly the reason why I didn't say so many corner names before. It's because there are 3 corner names. The one is for the hairpin in the beginning, called the Andretti hairpin. Then there's the corkscrew, which we all know, and the corner after that, the rainy curve. Because Americans don't like naming corners.
Yep, they don't. Also, that is a very optimistic claim. It's very optimistic. Alright, let's see if we can actually spot this whole orange face thing. I saw an orange guy. Does that count?
No, it's the tree on the left to the guy in the orange.
The tree to the left of the guy. Okay, that makes more sense.
Which has an orange face on it.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, we'll check it. before the race. We'll check the tree before the race. Let's go look at a guy called Paul.
Paul Gratrix, how is he looking tonight?
Well, he's not on pole position, so...
But I think he's been looking well in the practice session. That's what it were.
That's a good word. When you're in a green Ferrari, you have to be confident. Those... Well, never mind. Never mind. Hey, let's look at Keith Griffel instead. What's up, Keith? He's not in the wall yet. Like me coming in with a P18 so far.
But he's already up 6/10. That's all. There was only the banker lap for most of these guys. The first lap always the banker.
We will look at Brendan in a few seconds. We just need Keith to actually cross a line. We'll put him in the 125s. Probably. I don't know. Okay, Brendan, that's a good one.
It's looking like a great time from McVie. He's currently 1 second ahead on his time. Oh, it's looking like low 24 already. Maybe even a 23. That was very well taken the last corner. Let's see. He crosses the line into third. That's the 24 exactly.
Wow, okay.
Beautiful
Let's
time
just
there.
appreciate that. 124.000. Elsewhere, Paul Cramp is up here. And Mike Doherty as well.
Does a 24.000 count as a low 24 or a high
that
23?
Is, I'm not ready to answer those philosophical questions. Oh, that was almost a ram. We're just staying here with McVie for a second because he is not done being fast. Hey, it's the Zambrano crew. We'll look at Jordy in a second, I promise.
First, McVie, because he is 3/10 up on his 4/10 up on his time. Apparently, he's taken the corkscrew not most favorably last time around. Keeping 4/10 up, this might put him into pole position right here. If he can manage the last corner correctly. This was beautiful. Great exit. And let's see this.
Bam!
23.505. Beautiful time. Well done by Brendan McVie.
I'm just going to green cut up because Doherty's coming in too.
Going into P3.
That is a good one. Okay. And now...
Great effort.
Yeah, now we're going to look at Zambrano, I promise. Because I saw his name earlier and now I need to find it again. There we go. Feast your eyes on this man. Your very own Jordy.
Reminds me of the TV show. Do you know that, Geordie Shore?
Thanks, you just made us two enemies for life, I guess.
I never watched it. I just saw it while scrolling through back then.
That's the excuse we're going with. Stuff are happening up front. Hey, Ollie Henley set a time. We'll get to that in a second. Because Ollie Henley just got into pole with a 123.4. We'll get to that right after this one. Pinky promise.
Not the best exit there for Jordy Zambrano. But he still manages to save some time.
Yeah. Okay, Ollie Henley. our new leader and our old leader, so to say, as well.
Yeah, he's continuing his strong form tonight, being already up on his time again, looking into the 22s maybe even, this guy. Wow, this guy.
That's one way of putting it. It is indeed that guy.
It is impressive what he manages to show, and I think he would be deservedly going up into the pro split.
Yeah, and hell, he should probably even win the pro split if you ask me.
Well, the pro split is very hard fought after. I can tell as a driver in there.
But could you beat
How
Ollie?
I think we're probably around the same league, which puts him in the middle sort of section of pro split.
Okay, that's a very diplomatic answer. 123-2, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy keeps improving, and
Are
he's
there
not done yet, I believe.
no? But we're going to Brian Dell because he's up a second.
As he's coming across the line with a 24.444.
4-4-4-4-4.
Today is the day of beautiful time sets.
I got trips, as they would say on 4chan. Good lap times from people all around. Dell is actually still making more times, more gains here.
Well, he's definitely not going to be happy with that time because there's still some amps ahead of him, some tier 4s.
Hold up, buddy, you're tripping. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am. But it does look as if most people have just, you know, accepted the fact that that was a good lap and I'm going home because good part of everyone is just in the pits or just not trying anymore. Actually, that's not true. Benjamin Cons, we haven't mentioned him yet.
Oh, Benjamin Cons, newcomer last
Go
week
for it,
around.
buddy. I know you want to
I
say some
have
facts.
Yes, he drove his VW Lupo on the Nordschleife. He wasn't fast, but it was a ton of fun.
That's badass.
And it's easy for him, I guess, because he's a German guy and 23 years old. So exactly who you want to expect driving around the Nordschleife
Yes. In a goddamn Lupo.
in a Lupo.
Okay. Uh, Ollie Henley is still setting lap times, but he's not improving. So I'm like, who should we look at?
Well, currently, Brian Dallas looking like he will improve.
Yeah, but he's been doing that several times, and he actually just hasn't. For some reason. But we'll go on with him in a second. Like V might be up some time. I don't know. Ah, there we go. 123-0.
Oh god, he's edging ever closer to the 122s.
Oh no. How will we cope?
It's going to be very interesting how the pro split will handle tomorrow. If they get the same temperatures, that is, and what times they will be doing, because we already got the suggestion of 21.8 being the pole time.
Crazy. Crazy.
I wouldn't hold it against anyone to manage such a time, but we're not there tonight.
Not quite.
Because that will be on tomorrow around the same time.
On the same channel. Not much is happening. Actually, that's true. Milton is our second to last guy in the championship, but he's in P11 for some reason.
I
Hey,
want to say every blind chick finds a corn, which is I don't know if it's a saying in English,
no,
but it is a
I
saying in
think it
German.
is. I actually think it is. I'm not sure what corn he's expecting to get here, though. It's tarmac and gravel, so
Picking up a bit of gravel. It's some people swear on eating stones. I have heard.
I have heard of the Indonesian pebble cleanse, if that's what you mean.
That might be it. That might actually be it.
Still, he might actually set a slightly improved time now. No. Oh, but he got close.
Another person who's looking close to improving their time right now is Paul Gretrix.
Yeah, I was actually considering him. If I can find him here.
And his beautiful lime green Ferrari.
It's like an assault on your eyes. I like it. As the Zambrano throat goes wild again. I mean, we'll have to look at him in a few seconds, won't we? But
We
for the
will, but
moment,
first, Paul Gretrix is 5 tenths up on his
yeah,
time currently,
this could be a
putting
good
him
one.
would put him into the mid to high 23s if he can keep it. That
I,
was not a good exit out of the
no, I
last
think it
corner
was
here.
fine, to be honest. Hot
Putting him into
damn!
P5 though,
That is how you do it, buddy.
right behind Mike Doherty.
And we're just gonna look at Golden It's one last time, I swear. Because he was up on some time. Might still be. And we are not taking our pants off, Greatrix. I don't care. Zambrano. Okay, everyone has pitted. Never mind. You know what? While we have a few minutes, if you can go over the results of the qualifying, I will find the mystery tree that you talk about.
All right. So, we got in P1 Ollie Henley, P2 Brent McVie, P3 Scott Walker, P4 Mike Doherty, P5 Paul Gretrix, then Jack Harvey, Andy Thorpe, Paul Krampf, Stefan Bunatix, and Nathan Burnswood rounds up our top 10.
Good one.
Now, if you
Oh, sorry.
if you go to the left down.
Oh, yeah, now we're here. Like, is it on
Now
the exit?
it's for the exit. It's for taking the corner.
Yeah. Over here somewhere, yeah. Hey, there. Yeah, there we go. There it is. The orange face. It's real.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, my instructor didn't tell me, oh, look for the face. He just told me, here's the tree.
There's a tree with a face. Look for it.
Something like that. Also, penalties for people. I'm
We'll
just going
have
to
to
skip
look.
into some face cam here for a second. Just so we can look sexy. And so
Yeah,
people don't
so
read our secrets.
the two penalties that uh are happening from the qualifying, we've already read out. That is for two incidents, is only 5 seconds. So not too much lost by it, especially because this again will be a race of attrition,
Right?
where you just have to manage being consistent and keeping it clean between the white lines.
Hey, hello, Technobug. Nice to see you once again. We are...
Because
No, go ahead.
the question just came up, the tires will not be affected by 15-minute stints.
Ow.
The tires will pretty much stay mint condition almost, even though it is 42 degrees.
I mean, they
So
will
it's
probably get hot and lose grip, but that's roughly it.
yeah, it will get hotter quickly, so people have to adjust the pressures uh, accordingly.
Hmm.
So it's not going to be attrition of tires. It's going to be rather attrition of consistency of racecraft.
And attrition of skulls and feet as they crash off in the corkscrew again.
Yeah, you can say that.
That's exactly what I'm saying, as we are still waiting. Is it time for a prediction? No, that was Gareth who could set up predictions. Do you think you can do it? Because I know I can't.
Let me quickly take a look at it.
Yes, it is beautiful weather at Laguna. Slightly hot. Just, very casual 42 degrees. That's not 42 degrees Fahrenheit. It's
Oh,
pretty freezing.
you have to be in the broadcasters accounts to do that. I'm not in
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say then.
there. In that case, let's take a look at the. Oh, we just jumped over. How lucky.
What a happy coincidence. If you
Otherwise, I would have said we could look at the liveries. But now,
You
how
know, we
about
are
we
actually
take up
going to
your
be doing
grid
that in
walk?
a second. I just need to have a quick sip of my drink here before I do my grid walk. This race is not sponsored by Monster, even though I am drinking it. All right, Julian, are you ready?
Let's go.
In pole position, Ollie Henley, followed by Brendan McVie. Row 2 is Scott Walker and Mike Doherty. Row 3 is Greatrix and Harvey. Then it's Forb, Cramp, Lunatics, Blank, Riffle, Dell, Gultenitz, Cons, Cox, Decancy, Hodge, Redelli, Mbavashe, Menning, Oini, Gatke, Zambrano, Terry, Tweedledee, and Serenity Moral. Jesper Eriksson and fan favorite Adam Rayner. Hugo Sanchez, Andrew Hearn, Eric Strom, Daly, Einariscu, Turner, Kobe, Luke, Eus, Niergard, Schultens, Fernandes, Tajiji, Lank, Burnswood. There we go, that went well.
Why is Nathan Burnswood at
I
the
haven't a
back?
clue, mate. I haven't a clue, but he is in the back. We should probably go find out why he's in the back, actually. I think we can certainly agree that is a very interesting problem. And I
Oh, he
can't.
must have disconnected and
Ooh, that would
I
be
think.
that would suck.
Oh,
That would suck. Let's go find a gamer camera angle to watch the formation lap. Yeah, it's pronounced V. We're saying V. Okay, so we'll cut to the full camera in a second. Trust me. Also, yeah, Brendan's brother, as Julian is now typing with. He told us it was V. He didn't he do that? He did that. He told us it was V. I swear. Well, we know nothing, don't do we? Do we know anything?
no, we know nothing
Ah,
because we
just
are Jon
checking.
Snow.
Not. I am definitely not Jon Snow. I'm just trying to figure out when the drivers will be going around.
It will be coming shortly.
I can hear them. Time to go to the
Yay.
gamer camera. Get a closer look at that angle. I should become some kind of a camera guy, producer, whatever. You know, I'm pretty proud of this angle, actually.
It's a good angle.
You know what? I'll take it. Thank you. And, Juan, you probably have said it. At least I've heard it.
The beautiful Laguna Seca.
Beautiful.
Turn to we're coming around here.
Yes. And that was Burnswood, so let's go on with a proper camera for once. Alright, there we go. We're already starting with that cool 5-second penalty.
Yeah, the two 5-second penalties for impeding on laps will be coming in now at the start of the race.
Yep. Now, for anyone who hasn't watched this before, it is 2 15-minute stints-ish. So one mandatory pit stop this race, and we'll have 2 races. Going down to the back here, Chadji, who didn't set a lap time. Well, because he was penalized. With Burnswood behind him, who were disconnected. Irvin Schultens, who I haven't mentioned at all because for some reason he only showed up now. We'll hope he has a good weekend. Because he needs it too, actually. Alright, so you know the drill. I will be looking at the front with the camera, and you'll be looking at the middle to see anyone kill themselves. How does that sound?
Let's do that.
Leroy. Last corner. Feel like I'm dropping frames for some reason, but maybe that's just me imagining stuff again.
Green light, go, go, go.
So we're coming across the start finish line to start the race.
We are going aggressive, but we're also weaving a lot. Bonk. There was a bonk. Scott Walker was bonked. But most... No, there he goes. Old Graytrix has gone off-road.
There are a few light touches in the back, but nothing major.
I am certain that won't last. As we see, there are 2 guys in the pits, so that makes sense. The timing system just needs to catch up now.
Serenity Mora, for whatever reason, has driven into the pits,
Hey.
and it's just standing there.
Well, that's people for you. Okay, here we go. First time through the corkscrew.
It's all looking pretty safe, as there has been a major incident in the corner before the corkscrew.
Go on. Yeah, I see some guys down there. Yeah, that is a dead Hugo Sanchez. And a dead Andrew Hearn. For some reason, they like hitting each other. And also Irish Storm for some reason. Always those 3 guys hitting each other.
There's a yellow flag at the last corner of the track.
Let's see if we can capture it. Yeah, I think that was Cons going off-road. Burnswood is already... Actually, I'm gonna go hit... Burnswood is up like 10 positions already.
A beautiful start by Burnswood then.
Yeah. As I believe Ollie Henley's camera just exploded. His internet exploded once more. Which happens a lot, to be honest. Which puts Max Something in the lead, actually, in front of Scott Walker. To repeat, Ollie Henley's internet has blown up once more. He really does that a lot.
And it looks like our American friend is driving away in his Porsche then.
Quite.
Would make sense on his home track, basically.
Or it could be Scott Walker holding up everyone. We'll see.
Scott Walker being the first M up here. A very interesting start by him.
Wyatt, let's see if we can find some winners and losers. Greatrix lost a lot, obviously. Zambrano gained 5 positions. Let's see. There we go. Benjamin Cons lost 5 positions, and that was on that last corner mishap. Let's go find
Biggest winners of the beginning are though Nathan Burnswood and Michael Lucky, who made up 17 and 11 positions respectively from the back.
17 positions in 1 lap, people.
That is what you get for driving safe. Positions.
Yeah, something like that. Now, let's see the train here come through corkscrew. Very clean, very clean. Yellow flag somewhere in the track, I see. Number 25, that's Adam Rayner.
Oh no.
Not Adam again. Where's Adam for some reason? I just...
Unfortunate for my fellow Bentley boy.
Oh, there goes Dan Terry. Yeah, let's look at Daly. That's a good point, actually. Let's look at Daly. Where is... He is far behind, but alive.
P35 battling with P34 Dan Terry right now.
And battling with the heat. Minor Rescue has pitted.
Battling with the heat is everyone because we have a track temperature of 46 degrees right now.
Wow, I was about to say something very naughty there, actually. I might still say it, to be honest.
But there's a battle at the front going on. Scott Walker is currently defending from Mike Doherty. As they're both going into the corkscrew.
I am battling the cameras, which aren't very good.
It's pronounced Dali. No, I don't know. It's Dali.
Jason Dalai Lama, you know?
Jason Dalai Lama Mike Doherty is currently very shortly on the back of Scott Walker.
Is everyone's brother in this chat today? Seriously? Just asking. But yeah, this is an interesting one. Doherty and Walker. If their brothers or sisters are in the chat, please tell us, you know. Because. Now, they aren't actually racing each other, except for the bragging rights. I keep saying that, but no one ever listens to me.
Oh, but Scott Walker goes off track there for a second, which is easily putting Mike Doherty up the position.
But not by much.
Which means next battle, which is actually for position in Tier 4, is Scott Walker against Jack Harvey behind him right now.
See how that works out. Now, I asked someone, another guy not connected to sim racing, what is the plural of Lexus? And he said Lexi.
I
know it's stupid, but we're rolling with it.
Okay, wait. What is the plural of Lexus?
Lexi, duh. It's not Lexopodes. Even though I like it, it's not.
The plural of Lexus is Lexus.
Oh, shut up. Brian the Hell in front of Paul Greatrix. And also Keith Griffith. That's actually a small train here.
I believe it's pronounced Stall. Actually, I know it's not pronounced Stall because he said so in the sign-up sheet. It is pronounced Dal.
The pit window is open, and I would assume Brian's brother is going to be in the chat any second now. As Turbo Tundi is in the pits already. Ow. Stupid rubber band. Yeah, and Serenity Moral. This actually looks like a planned pit stop. and Burnswood. This should actually be a planned
Ooh.
pit stop because that is right as the window opened.
Yes, either they are getting damage out of the way, otherwise I wouldn't expect anything
Ah,
much there. Well, trying to get into clean air possibly for Nathan Barneswood,
I don't
as
think
he's
there
been
is.
battling the back
I
markers.
don't think there's much of any clean air in this track. As you can see on the track map, we're already spread out.
Clean air is very difficult around here, yeah. Because it is a pretty short track. The shortest in ACC. Yes, it is shortest in ACC.
I can't believe that. Wow. Harvey is looking at the very nice butt of Doherty. Don't know if it has a nice butt, but that's just what I'm gonna say.
Wait, where's Scott Walker, you mean?
I don't know what I said. Yeah, you know what? That's what I meant, yeah.
So up in front we got two Americans. Oh, that's Jack Harvey out a bit.
Oh, that's what happens when your tires get too hot. They stop gripping. And, oh, I don't like the cameras on this track. I really don't like them.
You know what's always a good camera? Helicam.
Yeah, but then you have to listen to the helicopter. No, I'm not going to the menus now.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at some people. Burnswood is coming out of the pits now, P36.
Tondiraim Pambawashe.
Really likes that name.
I can pronounce it. Thank you, chat.
He's been bragging about that for a while.
I've been bragging about them since race 1. So...
Yep, exactly. Hold up. That didn't make sense. Was that Ollie Henley? That is Ollie Henley. By God almighty, he's back in the game. 3 laps
Where?
down, but he's back.
Oh, that is some fighting spirit shown there by...
Right. I mean, it's not gonna... It's barely not gonna help. A strategy with a drive-through, I assume, for speeding in the pits. Presumably. But goddamn Henley.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Now, the reason I was mentioning him is because, well, you know, Brendan is catching him. Hey, Ollie, what's up?
Oh my god, what is happening here?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard some penalties coming in. What about it?
Michael Lucky is picking up penalties left, right, and center. He's been picking up 25 seconds.
25 seconds in 11 minutes.
Lucky cut off the nose of 25, sent 25 into a spin. Lucky rejoins forces 177 to brake mid-corner to avoid collision. And Lucky moved over on 24 on front straight, causing accident.
Hey, Michael, leave some for the rest of us. Anyway, Hugo Sanchez penalty, I can guess that was from hitting someone. Jonas Nergård, what about him?
Nergård, what's his number?
It is 602. And I can't find him on...
Oh.
Right, there you go.
He was called out for making an unsafe rejoin and got a 10-second penalty for that.
Also, cars are going off left and right now. Welcome to Chaos. Who's even leading this race? Who knows? I don't.
What we know is that people are picking up penalty points as we go along.
Race of attrition. Unless you're Brendan.
Unless you're Brent McVeigh, who's leading the charge with no problem.
Whoa,
I say.
Turbo. Tandy almost taking him out there, actually. Doherty, Walker, and Harvey coming up next. Oh, you got a yellow. Number... I can't read that number. Do we have a number 16?
I am not sure.
can't read the number, too small. Also, actually, it's not going to be that brutal because it's a 1-hour race, so you have more time to actually catch the guys ahead of you.
It's not a 1-hour race.
It says so on the graphics.
Huh?
No, seriously, it is. Our 1-hour race is on Silverstone.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Silverstone is a 1-hour race. That is correct.
Yeah, that's one I was commenting on. Luca will get a grid penalty for that one. Okay, Brian Dalai Lama has gotten 10 seconds. What's up?
Brian Dahl, number 55. He locks up and rear ends car number 88. Which, yeah,
Oh.
Keith Griffel, who, well, there was a yellow flag before. Exactly.
Yeah, don't hit a guy on a yellow flag. That's gonna get you slapped.
No, that was the incident for the yellow flag.
That makes more sense.
Otherwise, it would be a 15-second penalty.
Oh, Jack
Because-
Harvey has gotten past Scott Walker now. You look away for 2 seconds and that happens. So it's still McVie, Doherty, Harvey, and Walker. And that would be Turbo Tundi. What the hell? That's not him, is it?
Ooh, Brian Dahl has an incident down the corkscrew.
Come on, camera, pick him up. I swear,
You see
Mom,
the
he's on the
skid
camera.
marks. You see the skid marks. Oh.
Yeah, but I don't see the car. Oh, that was close.
That was a questionable rejoin.
Quite. Zambrano is P. What the heck is he? He's
30.
P. Yeah, no. It's just when I clicked on him, he disappeared. P26 now, actually.
I just made some positions out of the pits then.
Yeah. He's having a normal, boring, and okay race, I guess. Okay, Turbo Tundi is in for his second pit stop.
Mark, keep pushing.
Also, my
Very
chat is
unfortunate
disconnected.
race. Go ahead.
No, it's just for some reason my chat connection just dropped. That was weird. Oh yeah, I was off the air for like a whole second. That won't do. Oh, there we go. There was a guy coming in. Mike Doherty.
Ah, Mike Doherty, the first of the leading group, is going into the pits right now,
And
followed by
almost
Scott
hitting the
Walker.
wall. That's a funky angle. Lunatics
Yeah,
is
but
coming in.
It's
Ramps
not
coming
only
in.
the pit exit around here that is dangerous, it's the pit entry as well.
Oh, quite. Actually, it's just 5 guys just coming in at the same time now. 5 guys who are not Brendan.
Which leaves us with someone we have never seen up this far, so I believe. Andy Thorpe, currently in P3.
You know what? It is not often we mention that guy. I think I mentioned him once in qualifying or something. That's it. You know, we try to mention everyone at least once during the week. Not as easy as you might think.
Ooh, I've got some fun fact about Andy Thorpe, however.
Go for it, buddy.
He was sim racing from home office, which he shares with his wife. He and his G29 were making far too much noise, so he's been banished to the shed.
Haha. I mean, yes, of course.
Also,
Fair
he
enough.
was in Robot Wars.
Oh, now go on. That's nice.
He was in Robot Wars Series 3 with his Robot 6-pack.
I don't remember that one, but it was probably one that got eliminated very early in the show. Anyway, McVie and Harvey and Thorpe are in the pits. And if I remember correctly, Season 3, that was before Hyperdisk came onto Robot Wars. Now I'm just reminiscing.
Oh god. I shouldn't have mentioned that.
Now I'm just saying, before Hypnodisc came on, like Season 4 or 5, all the winning robots were robots that flipped other robots. Because that's how it worked. As Tom Tweedy is now leading the race. Although he has not been on Robot Wars, I think.
Not everyone has been on Robot Wars, no.
But they should be. Bruce Hughes has gotten a stop and go penalty.
Oh, that's probably for speeding in the pit lane. Unfortunate there.
That would make sense. Alright, Burnswood, yeah, that's a good guy. We need to mention Burnswood. We've got a yawn here. P21. That is 19 positions gained.
The rejoin by Brian Dell we saw before, just as just a quick information, is a warning. There has been not a penalty dished out for that.
Well noted. And thank you, K9. That's important. That's important knowledge, I think. It was Shovel Robot. Hey, you know. If you know, you know, right?
I shouldn't have mentioned it.
You shouldn't have, because now I just want to quit the stream and watch it instead. Next week, ACC goes Robot Wars.
Please don't. We have one more race left after this.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up now because people are saying stuff in the chat that I want to react to, but I shouldn't. Brendan McVie is still leading.
Out of the people who have not pitted yet.
Yeah, but I mean, there
Who
goes
have
Dan.
pit already.
There goes Dan. Yes, I remember the pinball competition, Cousins. And they should have kept it. There, I said it.
You know what is interesting, however?
Is that I don't shut up?
Jack Harvey is directly on the back of Brenton McVie right now.
Yes,
for the
he is.
lead.
He is. Like a robot in a pinball contest.
No!
Dear viewer, I am currently smiling a lot behind my camera.
Sadly, I am too.
Alright, let's see if Harvey does something interesting.
Well, he certainly keeps staying on the back of McVie.
Yeah, and Doherty isn't that far behind either. Walker had a
Yeah.
bit of a slow pit stop, lost some time, but Forbes has had a great pit stop.
Keeping up in P5 currently, P4 probably after Tom Tweedy pits.
Yeah. Oh no. They got a problem because there is some very old traffic ahead of them. Okay, I'll elaborate. It's Eric Strom. I think it's Eric at least.
Now car number 94. That is Eric Strom, you are correct.
You know what? Sometimes I'm right. As 3D pits, and that concludes that pit cycle.
That concludes the pit cycle. After the pits, we're looking Brandon McVie in P1, Jack Harvey in P2, Mike Doherty P3, Andy Thorpe in P4, Scott Walker in P5.
And Goldenitz of all people. He, something blind chick finds corn, I believe you said. I believe this applies now.
Let's see if he can keep it until the end of the race first. Because as we said already, it is a race of attrition. The interesting attrition currently is looking at like Jack Harvey is overtaking Brandon McVie up the hill.
Bold move. I like it.
Oh!
Oh!
Lexus,
Too
but
bold.
he goes
Too
a
bold.
bit too wide.
Too bold. And Doherty and McVie are passed. That was too bold, mate. No bueno.
That lets Doherty pass, however, who is currently really looking up the back of McVie already.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was almost a touch even there into the last corner. The Americans are giving it to giving not an inch to each other right now.
Oh, they might give a feed or something, I don't know. Imperial system.
Between those now.
But Harry has caught up a lot though. I mean, and you know, Forbes isn't that far behind. Oh, that was a touch. Unprovoked touch. Go to the penalty box.
That was a problematic move. Well, the problem here was McVie lost it, and Doherty couldn't slow down in time. Oh, this is going to be
We'll
interesting to see what the
we'll see. I
penalty
mean,
will look
I'll
like.
be honest. I don't think that. From my limited experience, I think that's a penalty. Sorry.
I would also say that would be a 10-second penalty, which would put Jack Harvey very clearly in the lead of the overall race as a Tier 4 driver.
For some reason, that happens a lot in this game. Well, at least in this season.
As Eric Strom lets him pass very nicely.
Very pretty of you.
Let's take a look. The incident is currently being looked at.
Our live shooting team are very much panicking, I think. How do you call that one?
Well, that is a big incident, of course, if it's going for the race lead. So that is... Well, it should be handled business as usual for the stewards.
Yes,
But,
you know, sometimes someone makes a wrong call. Let's just be honest. That happens in real life.
it happens in real life.
And no, it's right. I mean, it's not clear cut. We only saw it from one angle. You only saw it from one angle. Oh, we can look at some else though. Oh, Cramp. We're suddenly
Cramp.
looking at a P4 in Tier 3.
Yes, he's behind the probably a bit damaged Brendan McVie right now.
Probably a bit tilted, Brendan McVie.
Probably that as well. And if he's going to get attacked now by another person who's battling for position, that will not go down well with him. I have raced with Brendan McVie on occasion, and I know he can get very into the competition.
I can imagine.
Let's put it like that.
I'm just gonna switch attention because, as I say, I like to have everyone mentioned in the stream. And here is Torsten Jatke catching up to a big clump of guys. Because we got a massive battle for P11, 10, something like that. 5 guys in a row, pretty much.
Oh, this is 4 wide almost.
Into
Into T2.
Have some. Oh, that was a touch. That was Fabian Parny hitting Redelli, I think. Followed by Menin going off road.
This was as wide as you can make it.
Yeah,
Of course, it was
not
not
a very wide
completely
track.
taped.
It's not a big track.
The winner of that was Tom Tweedy, who managed to gain, I think, 3 positions.
Wide, and he actually started P24 in this race.
Making up 14 positions altogether so far. That is a very good effort by him.
Burnswood is still P20, by the way. Also, Jordi Zambrano, because people are gonna ask, P21. Oh, calm down, calm down.
Oh, that was a loose back there for Tom Tweedy.
That was a bold move, and Scott Walker just concedes that one and say, hey, go past, mate. I am not fighting this one.
The way Tweedy saved that was amazing.
That was a great save. Okay, Parney and Tweedy getting penalties. And let's just presume it was for the touches we saw just moments ago.
No, there was before, actually, already something that happened.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, sure.
Pointy and 161. Who's 161? Radarelli. What is happening?
That's happening. That's a crash. Parney and Walker just cuddled and killed each other.
That is going to be another penalty right there.
Yes, but I don't know for who, to be honest. Because they just hit each other and then, you just go out of bounds, pretty much.
Well,
Okay.
I think something this wild cannot be a racing incident, though.
Nah, I don't think it was a racing incident. I'm just saying I don't know who crashed the car.
We're going to see what the stewards decide on that.
We'll see.
And the incident for the lead was resulted in a 10-second penalty for Mike Doherty.
I am not going to argue it. That is how life is. And also, Gold needs to put a 10-second penalty. Okay.
Goldenitz.
I don't recall seeing him hit anyone, but okay.
He broke too late and crashed into car number 27, which was Scott Walker. Oh,
That explains what
unfortunate.
Scott was doing down there.
That explains what Scott is in P17, except for P3, where he started in.
Right. But I feel pretty confident saying that that Forbes is going to win Tier 3 now.
Andy Thorpe
Of
is
all-
that is
Not
a
what I
surprise.
expected. Not what I expected. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just didn't expect it.
Let's quickly see. Andy Thorpe is currently 9th in the standing with 34 points. This will obviously blast him up a bit.
Quite a lot. And another guy, Fabio Sicanzi. I mean, it's more expected that he's up there, but he's had a very anonymous race.
And that's what you need to do. Keep it quiet, keep it safe between the white lines.
And don't bonk it. Last lap, people. Last lap.
Don't bin it, especially not into the corkscrew.
Bad place to bin it. As Cramp goes past traffic.
Best lap of the race currently is looking like it has been made by Jack Harvey, 1:23.763.
Poigny, Ridelli, and McVeigh has also been in the 23 regions. The more you know.
Oh no, Ben Corbet is looking like he made the quickest lap with the 20. Oh no, it's 24.
No, I'm actually gonna interrupt you because that's Ollie Henley. 1:23.5. Yeah, and all the confusion, we just haven't mentioned Ollie. He just came back online and just, did stuff.
Which position is he in? He was 3 laps down.
He is 37th, so...
He made up a position.
Yeah, I think Luca decides to give up, pretty much.
No, Mihai Hoinarescu, our commentator buddy.
Well, I'm sorry,
also
I'm
down
interrupting. I'm interrupting. McVie has lost 2 positions.
The leader has finished already.
And Jack Harvey has won the race.
Yes, he has. Congratulations, Jack. We don't have time for this because there's still drama happening. McVie lost 2 positions. I don't know how. And Poigny just got another 20 seconds of penalties. Welcome
Well-
to Chaos League.
The simple explanation for why McVie lost the positions is because he had probably some damage from the crash, which is not good on the already bad top speed of the Porsche.
It doesn't have a top speed. And Torsten Jatke is presumably getting third in the Tier 4. Anyway, we are going to go for a quick, well, I'm not going to say commercial break. We're going for a quick pee break, right? And then we'll be back in a few minutes with some results. How does that sound?
Beautiful, let's do that.
You right? Hey gamers! Oh, sorry, that's the wrong camera actually. I need to put on myself. There we go. Nope, there we don't go actually. Okay, so we can confirm Andy Ford wins, and Mike Doherty is second, which leaves. Yeah, sorry, we're doing this on the fly here, you know.
Yeah, let me just take over if you want.
Yes, go ahead.
Tier 3 is Andy Thorpe, Mike Doherty, and Paul Krampf in the top 3.
Yes, which I can't
Followed
spell.
followed by Brandon McVie, Florian Goldenitz, and Paul Kratrix. And Tier 4 is won by Jack Harvey, of course. Beautiful race by him today.
Obviously.
Followed by Stefan Bunatix and
Really?
Fabio Sicanzi.
My notes has that is Boon 6. What happened to it? Okay.
Sicanzi must have had a problem in the last lap.
Yes, because for some reason I didn't have Boon 6 up that high. Okay, and driver of the day, well, it's not democracy, but we're giving it to Nathan Burnswood because he gained 20 positions. I mean, if you gain 20 positions, you're just a good driver, you know.
That's some fighting spirit right there for starting from the very back.
Right. Right, something does change, which means it's time to discuss Robot Wars, I think. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to say. That is not what I meant to say. Oh, I have too many buttons. There we go. No, our face is still on, but now we have the road 2. Let me just double check what I said here. Andy Ford, Mike Doherty, Paul Cramp. That works. That works. So yeah, Cramp. Orb. I actually gotta have to check where he finished this season because, I mean, did you put money on him to win? Because I didn't.
Unfortunately, I didn't. I should have, though.
You should have, yeah. Oh,
Andy Thorpe from P9 in the championship standings, winning his first race. What a surprise. But a lovely
why?
race. A lovely, unremarkable race.
You know, I'm just gonna show up here and watch everyone else kill themselves. I'm just putting up the browser window now. Go results, not results. What am I doing? Standings. These are obviously not live standings, but they're standings nonetheless. 34 points this season so far. Basically just double that. Hey Jason, by the way. 18 races, no wins until today.
Beautiful. His first win for ACC says then.
Heck, it's yes, but not his first win in general because he's actually won a race on race department before.
He won the practice session, you meant.
You know what? Let's go with that. He won a practice session. That's a win. Shh, a win. It's a win. All right, let's. That was the wrong screen. There we go. Let's put on a racetrack again. Because I've been told this is in fact a racing league.
How is it?
You know what? In between all these important discussions about robot wars and I don't know practice sessions, I think it's important to remember that we're actually a racing league.
Yeah, one thing that I have to mention right there in the beginning. Ollie Henley is missing from the front. Yes, he disconnected before. That's
But
why he's starting from the back.
that makes more sense. That is Ollie Henley in the back. Which sucks, but I mean, he's probably still winning the championship. I think we can agree on that.
Well, he's got all the opportunity right now to make up some places like Nathan Burnswood did last time around.
And he damn better. Damn better.
And some bad news. Jason Daly as well had his
Oof.
game crash and therefore starts from the pits, as I see it correctly.
You know what? Can I just break in with some real life news?
What?
According to my live timer, the Rolex 24 hours has just started. And started under a yellow flag.
That is
Something.
something for them.
They've done 6 laps so far.
So, what do you expect to happen this time around?
You know what?
Lars?
If Ford can win, so can Greytrix. That's what I'm saying.
Are we betting money on Gretrix now?
We're not betting money at all because that would be a violation of our professional ethics, you know, as commentators of this game.
Also, because there's no one who's doing the betting service right now.
Yeah, and
For ACCSS.
I mean, I wouldn't trust any of us with money. But I'm going with Greytrix. For the memes. How about you?
Well, I have to go with McVie, because I'm going to have to be boring because he will want to show that he deserves a win.
I can imagine.
Not like what has happened last time around.
Will we see a clean lap 1 corkscrew? Maybe we won't then. That's... I mean, okay. Sorry.
I want to say we already saw the clean corkscrew, that's why we are not going to see it this time.
Well then. Get ready for drama because we're about to go green.
And Scott is far ahead of... Is he ahead of his box, or is he just that much better right now looking?
Go, go, go.
Oh, he wasn't ahead of his box. There's not a drive-through coming. But Scott won't... Brenton McVie better off the
Whoa!
line.
There we go. Doty's out.
And Doherty has been taken out by... That was Jack Harvey, I believe.
I believe that was Harvey, yes. And this is going to cause some knock-on effect, actually. As Adam Rainer is hit by Andrew Hearn, who is hit by Serenity Moral, who in turn squeezes everyone else. That was, drama. Back up front, it's McVie with a very angry Greetix right behind him. Ooh, they're close to touching.
Your bet is looking well currently.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to look that well, but here we are.
Oh, Paul Gretrix goes a little wide there onto the sand. Very treacherous sand.
Whoa, there's some Bentleys coming in hot. And some leg side. That was Jack Harvey coming in way hot, overtaking through the corkscrew. And any victims? Any casualties?
No, it looks like the corkscrew was clean this time around.
Very
Again.
disappointing.
It's not disappointing because we want to see racing, not crashing.
Speak for yourself. Greytrix is now leading in front of McVeigh. I think he took him on the last corner. But Brendan has not decided to give up yet.
But Paul Gretrix is currently looking to overtake, and it does it on the outside.
No, he was already ahead, actually.
Oh, then he defended it from
Yes,
the
he
outside.
did.
Lovely.
As Andy Forbes has somehow made it into P3 again.
The Bentley boy is looking well today.
Oh no, so many Bentleys, so little time.
But this is going to spark a well, for Brenton McVie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think I know what everyone means. I don't even speak. I don't speak English anymore, apparently.
We don't speak English here.
Oh, I think Cons just took a big one. No, he just dropped 4 positions for some reason.
Andy Thorpe, however, was almost taken by Jack Harvey, our resident murderer of T1.
Lied. What is the investigation process on him?
What is the investigation process currently? That is a good question.
And it's a question I asked.
It's going to be a 10-second penalty for Jack Harvey.
Yeah, that was unfortunately a preventable incident. And we got a yellow flag. Number
That was in the last corner.
111. Ollie, that's Ollie Hindley.
Oh,
Gained 10
unfortunate
positions and then lost them again. Life comes at you fast.
Fast and running. Like Scott Walker.
Yeah, and Serenity Moral has just parked and given up, I think. Oof. Still, we got a battle for first, apparently. Well, ish. I mean, we got 3 guys with a chance. And Jack Harvey.
We currently got a battle for 5th, as it looks like. Stefan Bunatics being followed very closely by Scott Walker.
And thank you, Paul, for giving me money. Another successful donation to the Lars Foundation.
In the meantime, Scott Walker being very closely followed by Paul Cramp
Yes,
in
he
his
is.
Ferrari. Looking up this green back here. And he's going to want to overtake him because they are not fighting in the same tier, actually. Oh, and Scott Walker makes it very simple.
It's very academic when a guy just goes off track, then you just go past him. Just go, duh, and you go past him. It's in the rulebook. Especially the duh part.
Especially the duh part. As Brian Dallas looking up the back of Scott Walker right now as next.
So let's see if Walker does it again.
In the meantime, there's a 10-second penalty coming in for Ollie Henley.
That must be the yellow flag at the start at the last corner. Last corner.
It might be, yes.
Whoa! I think Harvey just hit Andy Thorpe. They are not supposed to be that close. But they are. And Brian Dell goes past Scott Walker. And no slingshot reaction. Yes, Boone is leading the AM. Go ahead, Julian.
I literally just wanted to say exactly the same thing.
Okay.
This leaves Spoonatics leading the AM split.
Right. I can tell you that half a second is less than 10 seconds. Unless Bunatics crashes now. That was a bit of a slide, and well, Paul Cramp is... that's a bold move. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's a penalty, but I mean, he did kind of close the door and Cramp there.
If there was a collision, it's going to be looked at. Otherwise, who knows?
Yeah, you never know. You might never know.
Maybe it's getting called out live, because that is a possibility that our drivers have. Calling out penalties live to our driver steward, who will then give it on to this live stewarding team.
Retrix has made a mistake apparently, because he's down here now. So there goes my bit. Yes, he does have some frontal damage. His hood is a bit popped. I'm afraid we don't know what he hit. Do you have anything, Julian? Whoa, there we go. That's a triple.
The pit is now.
Paul Cranf
Oh,
hitting Walker, who hits Brunatix.
that is Bunatix out of the race for the M lead.
Yeah. And I believe that it's going to be a 10-second for Paul Cranf once he gets the chance. Because as far as I saw, he hit Walker, who hit Brunatix. And we all know what that means. Brian Dell is on the podium. Again, I didn't expect that. But I'm not complaining.
Oh.
Up ahead, McVie and Forbes still leading.
Paul Gratrix has reset the pits.
Yes, he has. I think he took some more damage, actually. We still don't know what he hit, though. I mean, I would like to know.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking through the steward's sheet, but I'm not seeing anything involving him from before. So he must have lost it on his own.
That is unfortunate. Because that was a big oof, apparently. And Boonix has taken a pit stop now.
Very early pit. Yeah, of course, he's got some damage from the
Yeah.
crash.
He's on here with Scott Walker because there's a slight train behind him.
There's a
Yeah.
train of one angry pro and then a few AMs who are fighting for position with Scott Walker.
You know what? I don't have a better way to put it. That's what we're going with. Rodelli has gotten... I don't want to insult him, but he's gotten 10 minutes without getting a penalty.
As he's diving in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he did save that, but that could have hurt. That could have hurt Sakasi.
I think he heard you and is now trying to make a move on that.
You know what? I'd really rather he didn't. And there's Paul Krampf. What is he doing down here? Scott Walter pits. And Sekansi goes under gravel. So we're going 3 wide across the line, I think. A real gamer move, so to say, but... Lunatics coming back out. Amongst others. How are we on the Krampf investigation?
There has not been a penalty or an incident with several people, so it must have been on his own again.
No, I mean, he hit some...
Oh, what?
Didn't he hit some... No, he didn't. I think he hit someone. Are we sure?
404?
Yeah, didn't he hit Walker, who hit Lunatics?
Oh, yeah, that is currently under investigation still.
Good. That's what
you
I'm
mean.
checking. That's what I want to know. Tom Tweedy in top 10. Which is nice. I mean, we get at least one Golf Bentley up here.
Well, we've got another Bentley up at the top, which is Andy Thorpe, who is currently looking at P2.
But that's not a Golf. And Brendan is in the pits now.
I thought you said Bentley.
I said Golf Bentley.
Golf Bentley.
Yes.
All right.
Eric Hodge is in the pits. He's also not in a Golf Bentley. Fabian Poigny in the vegan not Golf Bentley. And Golden is also not in a Golf Bentley.
So we have basically 2 classes of cars now, Golf Bentleys and not Golf Bentleys.
Yes, and Tier 4.
Okay, I see.
I don't know what's so difficult about this. You know the philosophical concept of nut potato?
No, I don't.
Everything is either a potato or it's not. Contemplate that, viewers.
Before we contemplate so hard that our heads explode, let's look at the current leader, Andy Thorpe, who is defending from Jack Harvey, who
Yes.
wants to get ahead with his 10-second penalty.
But probably just should take a pit stop. And no, we're not talking about mashed potatoes, which exist in the superposition between potato and not potato. Both Golf Bentleys on the screen at the same time. That's a nice view.
Oh, someone spun out of the pit exits.
Youth. We'll see them in a few seconds, I guess.
Car 86.
Huh.
Eric Hodge,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
okay, that's unfortunate, but... Now, this is interesting, actually. Let me just... David Cox has come out ahead of Scott Walker in the pits. So that's an overcut. Overtake, that's the word. Where is my boy Greatrix? Let's find him.
He is still in the pits, I believe. No, he has exited
he's
them.
out, yeah, in P37. Which is 4 positions behind Jordi Zambrano. But I know people are gonna ask. Ollie Henley is up to P30, which he apparently seems to share with Burnswood. No, Burnswood has disconnected. Pit stop not... Yeah, I think he was killed. No, I actually think he killed himself, to be honest.
Yeah. Something happened in turn 2, and then he reset the pits.
Yeah.
So he did not pit. Did not get his pit stop cleared by that, unfortunately.
Right, Brennan Gavier has surprisingly a lot of air in front of him, which he will need. Back from where a lot of guys just taking a pit stop and are glitching through each other. Which means, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Eric Strum in top 10. I mean,
We are halfway through, not over yet.
you know, I love the guy, but he's not that fast.
Well, he is a tier 4 driver.
He is,
After
but
all.
I mean, it's just not often we see him in top 10, that's all. Anyway, McVie is up to P9. He's on a roll, pretty much. Is that Doherty ahead of him? Oh, that wouldn't make sense.
That is Castrol.
Yeah, that's Hugo Sanchez.
That is Hugo Sanchez, yeah.
But who is behind Hugo Sanchez? Isn't that Doherty, or am I being completely crazy here?
That
Have I
might
lost
be
my final
Thorsten
marbles?
Jatke. Yeah, that
Hmm.
is... No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. No, it is Jatke.
It is Jatke, yeah.
Okay, terribly sorry about that. We're easy to confuse. Orb is in the pits. In front of Sikansi and Cramp.
Oh, this is going to be interesting now. Where will Thorpe come out in relation to... what was it, Brendan McVie?
Yeah. And had they really not done anything about that Cramp penalty?
About that cramp penalty.
Is it
It
no
was a
penalty?
racing incident. Was deemed a racing incident.
McVie comes out ahead of Thorpe, and I'm just gonna say I don't agree with that assessment. I have personally been penalized a lot more for a lot less. It's just my opinion. Thorpe comes out behind McVie, but in front of Dell.
Good position for the Brits, I believe.
You can convince me he's British, yeah.
He's from Hertfordshire, UK. Yes.
That makes him kind of English, yeah. Reeve Griffel is in the pits from P2. Interestingly enough, Cox has gained some positions on the pit stops. As we go into the horrible default cameras here on Laguna Seca. I don't know what Kumas did to this track. And there goes Rodelli. He is off-road. Yeah, that actually puts Cox in a position to win.
Well, that is going to be a challenge because Jack Harvey does have a 10-second penalty, but he was miles ahead of any other Tier 4 driver.
Yes, and
Before the pit started
we'll
happening.
keep eyes out for that, but it looks possible. That's all I'm saying. Hughes is in the pits now, which just leaves Hearn and Harvey.
And Paul Gretrix just crashed
Oh, oof.
again.
I don't know if Daly is still racing, to be honest.
And Gretrix left the server.
Oh, and no, and there's Daly. Well, that's unfortunate for Gretrix. Was it a solo incident?
It was, I believe.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's one of those tracks. I mean, you just oof it sometimes, you know? Oh, hey, Johnny Zambrano has got the penalty. His fans will not love that.
Jordi Zambrano 10-second penalty for a bad rejoin which spun Hugo Sanchez.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate for Hugo Sanchez, indeed.
Alright, let's go. Actually, where are we going in this case?
Up to David Cox again, I would say, because
That is a good one, because he's still up there, and Rodelli is also up there and angry.
Yes, Radal is looking right at the back of that
Let's go for the
Bentley.
gamer camera. And also Griffel right behind them. You know, this camera doesn't work very well when with a big car like the Bentley. It just has a huge wing.
Oh, and that's an overtake attempt. That is sticking.
I think Brian just made a mistake going in there.
He maybe went a bit wide on the entry, but not that much happened there. David Cox, however, will take the position
He
very
will,
gladly.
And, oh, Harvey is in the pits. We are cutting over to him now. Because he will be serving those 10 seconds in the pits, and we'll see where he comes. And Andrew Hearn, the last guy to take a pit stop. And back to Cox.
So right now, David Cox is in the lead for Tier 4, and
In theory.
yeah.
We'll see where he comes out. We have a crash in the corkscrew.
That is number 999.
99999. That is Urban Schultens.
Oh.
Coming out right in front of the guys we were just watching, actually.
So Brandon McVie is currently the leader, who's taken on Andrew Hearn right now, who is in the pits. And Jack Harvey has left the pits, and David Cox is only coming around to the pit straight.
Oh, so that is... I don't have a pun for this, actually. I'm sorry. It's one of those I wish I had a pun things.
David Cox just needs to take this right now.
I don't get it, but okay. Rodelli is back to looking at Dell. Question is if he should, because there's still 10 seconds up. At least I think there's 10 seconds. There's a Bentley in front of them. Oh, let's go with someone else here. Poigny and Ericsson. Two guys who normally don't fight, but they are next to each other.
Ooh. David Cox just lost it through the corkscrew.
Ooh, there we go. I'll admit that is my fault. I just wrote his name in, so I jinxed him. I'm so sorry.
The pit window is closing now.
Very unfortunate for David Cox, but that is going to manifest Jack Harvey's lead substantially.
Yes. I'm not sure manifest is the right word, but it is one we'll be using.
This was the first word that came into mind.
I think solidify will do, but we'll live with it. Okay, so Seca came out ahead. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just double checking everything now.
There's just been an incident out of the corner after the corkscrew between 983 and 136. Who's that?
Lunatics and someone. And Lunatics just dives into the pits, so I think he took a bonk.
That was Bunatix and Michael Lucky.
Oh. Will Lucky make all 30 penalty seconds this weekend, or?
And there will be a 10-second penalty coming in for Ollie Henley for hitting and spinning Stefan Bunatix.
Interesting. I don't remember seeing that, but... Oh no! Zambrano's now up to 20 penalty seconds. I don't think Jordy's winning today. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't think, but I don't think he's winning.
Yeah, he got another 10 seconds for rear-ending and spinning Evan Scholtens.
That explains why he was there. Alright, Griffel, Dahl, and Seca close by. There's Seca, I'm in Rodelli.
If you go down to Fabian Poigny, there's a 5-car train currently fighting for a position.
Oh, let's get the cameras down there. Including Mike Doherty.
Including Mike Doherty, who's in the middle of a few Tier 3 drivers. Oh, it goes a bit wide there onto the sand.
I don't want to alarm people, by the way, but the sun is coming down. Might scare someone, I don't know.
As we hope the sun will not be crashing into the earth today.
That would be unfortunate. Because, and I'm speaking from experience now. I've measured both, and the sun is bigger than Laguna Seca.
That is a fun fact for you at home to ponder about.
Yeah. The sun is big. There we go.
The more you know.
Well, will Doherty make a move, though? That I don't know. Should he make a move?
It looks like it. He's looking at it, and he's well done.
Yeah, they'll stick. They'll stick.
That was a well done move there into the last corner. It almost looks like Ericsson led him past.
I wouldn't be entirely surprised.
I would be, because Ericsson is fighting with Poigny for a position.
Could be a strategy. I mean, Doherty will have to go past Poigny at some point, right?
Yeah,
Presumably.
Doherty and Poigny will have to fight as soon, assuming Doherty is quick enough to catch up to Poigny.
Alright, say the name.
Tonderai Pambawashe?
Thank you. He's catching up to Tom Tweedy.
I had to entirely guess which name you meant right there.
I'm really glad you did that, because I was wondering, no.
Yes, he knows.
He knows.
And he knows that the Lexus is behind the Gulf liveried
And
Bentley.
a non-Golf liveried Bentley. Also, Minink.
Getting very close there. Oh, and Tom Tweedy goes wide.
Tweedy bye.
Leaving Pambawashe one spot up.
Yes. And Minink. Bit of a catchphrase. And Minink. Not a lot is happening, I think. Yeah, no, Paul. Keyboards are difficult. Do you remember when I very arrogantly said, "Oh, Cox might win this"?
Yes.
It was 20 minutes ago. I
That was
was
20
wrong.
minutes ago.
I was wrong. Oh, here comes Minink. He's aggressive.
The problem is Menink and Pambo O'Shea, they should not fight so much because they got their they got the sight on the Cox.
Yeah, I mean, when you spend that
Sorry.
much time looking at Cox, you just get angry.
Some people like some people might enjoy it.
I'm certain a lot of people enjoy looking at Cox. There comes a move. Minink
There comes
dives. And oh, it's a slingshot. It's a slingshot.
and look, yeah, the cutback is perfect there from Pambo O'Shea, but that fighting has led Cox to run away.
Oh no. I don't have something for this.
Me neither.
I can't even take my eyes away from this, even though I should, because there is something going on elsewhere, I think. And by elsewhere, I mean, I just want to look at the top 3 again. Because we haven't done that in a while.
Well, the top 3 are all pretty spread out, and they, well,
Yeah.
they are just racing their own races right now.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, they are, winning the race and all that, so I kind of want to write that down.
Okay, the leader is on the
Final lap.
Give it all you can.
Right. This has been resolved, but not much, to be honest. Seca is doing well again.
And you know what? Andy Thorpe is doing well again, surprisingly.
I think it's less surprising, because if you can do it once, you can do it twice, but... Oh, hang on. No, they're still up there. All this fun and excitement has allowed not much, actually.
There's been a 15-second penalty for Stefan Bonatix
Oh.
for the incident that I mentioned before.
Whoa! There was a car
What was
hit.
that?
No, it's just McVie just came through the corkscrew and there was a guy parked in front of him.
Oh,
Nothing happened. It was just scary.
that is a Code Brown moment, definitely there for
Not
McVie.
quite. Oh wait, Pointy and Craft coming through corkscrew for the last time? Or they could just let it go. Seca coming in front of Seca. And Brandon McVie wins a race.
Brent McVie wins the race. Jack Harvey wins the race for the Tier 4 drivers. Andy Thorpe coming in P2 for Tier 3 and place 3 overall. Very good drive by Andy Thorpe today. It seems like
Excellent.
this is one of his favorite tracks.
Apparently it is. Let's go look at some more guys here just to bring it up here. Jordi Zambrano will be finishing 32nd. Public service for all his fans. Daly is 24th. Daly, something. My boy, Adam... Sorry?
I just saw that Dali has the Fiat livery.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. It's so weird. Hey, Alvarado. Adam Rayner. He's 17. He's my boy, you know.
Well, he's my boy too because we're racing in the same team for the Silverstone 6 hours race. which
Hot
is coming up
damn.
on ACCS.
And most likely broadcasted by me. So, driver of the day. Come on, buddy.
Very clearly Andy Thorpe.
I'll
For
run
me.
with that. As some people might know, this is not a democracy, so we just said, hey, it's Andy Thorpe. There we go. Democracies are rated. Actually, let me just put on another. Actually, this is the rightest display. Cars have pitted after all, so there's not much to say. Actually, let me see if I can find you a proper timetable. And we'll just go on to that 1 second. Julian looking fresh. Take that as a compliment. We'll just
I
leave.
will take it as a compliment. Thank you very much, Mr.
I mean, probably
Alvarado.
because it is. We'll just look at the final results a bit, and then we'll mumble on about them. Are there anyone who has disappointed you today?
Disappointed. Well,
Yeah.
Nathan Burnswood, really. The name of the season for him is unfortunately disappointment in the race. Yeah,
Well,
it's just unfortunate that he's such good on the hot laps, but in the race he is not able to show that.
yeah, that's live, I guess. I want to bring out Chatterjee because even though he had that whole start from the back penalty, he should still have done better than he actually did. You know, in my opinion, at least. But I'll tell you what. The real disappointment is Ollie Henley's internet. It's
Ah,
costing 3 races now.
it did. It did.
3 races. Why? I mean, he's still leading the championship by like 1 billion points, but like, it's just sad, unfair, and cruel. And other words, I don't know.
Well, sometimes you know what the next thing to upgrade is. Maybe it's the internet in this case.
Yeah, Papa Smurf needs a electrician Smurf. Yeah, that's a good one. Get the electrician Smurf. No, Mark. We're not voting. It's a democracy. See, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, we had a race. We had surprisingly little death. Which is interesting, confusing. Maybe even a bit wrong. I mean, can you have a corkscrew without death? But we did.
Well, we did have almost 80 incidents.
Yeah, but I mean that's just Laguna Seca. I mean, the track is barely big enough for one car. Like
Barely. It's a good
barely.
hot lapping track, and it's a good track for motorcycles.
Yes, I mean even in a slower car like you drive in iRacing, it's a fun track. But GC3s, not so sure. Not so sure.
Imagine LMPs going around Laguna.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Even though, I mean, LMPs have gone around weird tracks before. In year 2000, they went around the Adelaide Street Circuit.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That sounds like a bad idea. Anyway, I think we should wrap it up. Andy Forbes is your hero of the millennia with a win and a second. Brennan McVie does well. Not well enough. Ollie Henley's incident kills him, but I mean, he's still won 4 races, so Jack Harvey keeps killing people, but it doesn't really matter because he's just that damn fast.
When you're so fast that not even the penalties you get take away your win.
When you kill everyone and you still get, when you get 10-second penalty and you just, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I believe that it's just about oh yeah, That's right, we need to say thanks. Thank you, Julian.
Thank you, Lars, for hosting.
Thank you. And thank you to SimRacing GP for providing the servers. And I don't know if
And of
Seca's got some.
course, one last thing. Thanks to the chat for being here with us,
Yes, you could have
for
been
making this
watching.
an enjoyable
Could have been
evening.
watching another race. Now I'm gonna do something unusual, which I don't normally do. I'm actually gonna raid a friend's channel because I know a guy, right? And he does a Need for Speed runs. He's the world record holder in Most Wanted.
Ooh.
He's also having a race where he's casting the game. No, he's playing the game in Spanish. I don't know why.
Because it's faster in the speedrunning language.
It's
yeah.
something like that. Anyway, we will go on with that raid, and then we will see you tomorrow, actually, for the gold split. And we'll see you next week, me and Julian, for the Silverstone 1 hours goodbye. Hi. There we go.